vlog time again, folks. It's Wednesday dinner time now. Still nothing to report, no fish yet. That same mirror, ghost mirror, what was hanging about all day yesterday, hasn't been there yet today, and then about 20 minutes ago it showed up about 20 minutes ago, but instead of hanging about like it was yesterday, it didn't, it just disappeared. It was there for a few seconds, then it went out into the middle and disappeared. So I don't know, but now all of a sudden the weather is starting to change, the wind direction's changed. All the time I've been here, the wind's been blowing up that way to the top of the pond to my right, since I've been here, and it keeps raining off and on, raining off and on, raining off and on. Whereas now the rain seems to have eased off and the wind's changed direction now. The wind's blowing down this way. Well, it keeps blowing down this way and then it keeps stopping. I'm hoping that the wind continues, blows down this way, or we even get that storm that they keep saying that we're going to have. Because I think it needs something like that to change something in the water for the fish to click on and feed. Them other lads that was up the top, there was two lads up the top and then there was another lad about 4 pegs away from me. That lad's done an overnighter, he's disappeared now, about half an hour ago. And then the other lad, from a bit further up, he's disappeared now as well. So there's only one lad that's left now. That's all that's left. I'll just let you watch the rods a minute. So there's just one lad left at the top. Now that's it. So, but then again, it's to be expected, isn't it? It's day ticket water, so. But I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing, and stick to it. The only thing I might change is out where I'm fishing over to them pads with the bag. I have been flicking a few loose handfuls of pellets and a bit of hemp. I think what I'm going to do is cut back on the hemp and just flick a few pellets out, and that's it. Keep it down to a minimum, because the bag's going and being casted over there all the time. I'm not casting them in the same spot every time. Keep moving the bag around. You know, so it is putting a bit of bait in different places over there anyway. I think that's what I'm going to stick to doing. And then just see what happens. I'll watch the rods. But yeah, that's it. I'm just going to stick doing what I'm doing. But I'll check in again later. I'm going to make myself a brew and tie a couple of rigs up for later. But I think if I can, if I haven't had a fish by Friday morning, I think I'm going to stop the Friday as well. So I just have to see how it goes. It just needs a change in the weather, it needs something to change. It needs something to change, and then all of a sudden the fish might start coming out. And I've noticed on here that that's what happens on here. Some people, you can be fishing here for weeks and weeks on end and no fish come out at all, and then all of a sudden there's a change in the weather and all of a sudden you get so many fish come out. So fingers crossed. I'm definitely going to have to get something though to go underneath my stove. I've got like a square stove, and the trouble is the floor in here, I don't know if you can see, is on like a slant. So once I put my cooker down here, the trouble is it's on a slant like that. It's alright when you're cooking certain things, but like this morning, once I'd done my bacon and my pita bread, come to do my beans and my sausages, and at the same time poured a minute and a half on it. It was pouring out the back end of the bloody ridge monkey onto the stove and onto the floor. It's alright, but when you're hungry and you're starving hungry and you've got to prat about cleaning that up once you've put your food out, it's a bloody nightmare. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of wood and carry it with me, like a thin piece of 2x1 or something, so that I can stand it on the floor and stand it underneath the front part if I'm ever on a slant again. Just so the fact that nothing's sliding. It's the same with the bivvy table really, but then again the bivvy table has got legs on. I just haven't bothered undoing the legs. I can undo the legs on that, but sometimes even that, when you undo the legs, you could still do with something that's underneath sometimes, because you ain't got enough length what you unscrew on it to get the right level, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do, get a piece of wood, and then that way it'll level the stove up, or if I ever need to level the table up, it'll level the table up. So there's a trick for you, handy hint, tips, tricks and handy hints, as Screaming Del Kims would say, if you've ever watched him. So, well, I'm going to sign off for now, people, anyway. So I'll get myself a brew, and I shall catch you later. Yeah, this wind's eased off, it has again now. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later, folks. Tight lines.